Today, I wanted to share with you one of the most mesmerizing natural wonders of the region where I live in. The landscape here at the Dunelands is very varied, changing from lush woods to sandy and dry grasslands, all of which is dotted by lakes and ponds of various sizes and eventually bordered by the ocean. One thing that never ceases to amaze me are the sand dunes themselves. The Netherlands is well known for being flat like a pancake, but it's not exactly true if you look at these sandy hills. It's quite incredible that the dunes are made of thousands and thousands of tiny grains of sand, and yet they create these impressive formations and are home to 75% of Dutch plant species. It makes me reflect on how life itself is made of dozens of tiny behaviors every day, and how it's those little details that will eventually grow into weeks, months, and years. And it's exactly these little, seemingly insignificant behaviors and decisions that helped me start improving my mental health and healing. I spent years of my younger adult life living in a quite bad avoidance mode. I didn't really know who I was, what I needed, or what my intentions or values were, and I suffered from a lot of anxiety. I was sort of waiting for some random big moment that would change everything for the better, but I didn't know how to change things in the present. I developed a rather destructive habit of avoiding figuring things out, not through a conscious single decision to be avoidant, but through dozens of little decisions throughout my days and weeks. Every day I will tell myself I will deal with things the next day or week, while giving in to the release of avoidance and indulging in things I knew were not serving me. Things such as binge consuming entertainment, busying myself with trivial everyday things, or even ironically helping other people around me solve their issues. I was barely scraping by in my own life, only taking care of the very immediate things such as my university deadlines, and letting other people and their needs and wants to dictate the direction of my life. After I had lived this way for quite some years, I knew that running away was not an option anymore if I ever wanted to feel good about myself and my life. After some very hard decisions, a couple of incredible books, and lots of journaling, learning, long talks, and figuring out, I finally managed to get to a place where I feel safe and strong enough to face myself and my issues. And it hasn't been easy. Those years of unprocessed, disregarded things had piled up, and I've had to face a lot of difficult emotions that I used to just swipe under a rug for another time. But it has also been incredibly healing to learn to see myself fully, the whole messy, complicated package, and choose to accept it for what it is. What I've learned is that when you finally start letting go of your avoiding behaviors and start facing yourself, it transforms everything you do. Every decision you make will come from a more intentional place. You will try to figure out why you are doing what you're doing, and you will re-evaluate and learn to understand your vulnerabilities better. Even relapses, when you still decide to avoid something, will become more conscious, as you will see them as opportunities to figure out what triggered you to avoid and how you can work on those triggers. By learning all these things about yourself, you will feel more understanding, forgiving, and compassionate towards yourself. Being humble and aware of yourself will make other people around you compassionate and understanding towards you as well. And it will actually be this compassion, forgiveness, and understanding that will motivate you to keep choosing what is right for you. It's something powerful that will change something deep within you. Funnily enough, it seems to be the exact opposite of what we are taught by our culture and the media. Strength and power seem to lie somewhere beyond facing and processing our whole selves, pain, vulnerabilities, and everything, and letting ourselves be flawed, instead of pushing ourselves harder and hiding our feelings. As always, thank you so much for joining me today at my treehouse. I would love to hear about your experiences with healing and what you've discovered. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Take good care and have a lovely day.